My name is Kolawole Osinowo. I'm the Group CEO for Easily. We are a last mile distributor of renewable energy across Africa. In the last 20 years, I've been involved in scaling impact across different industries and geographies, including starting from renewable energy all the way to e-commerce with Jumia in Nigeria and in Ghana. Also to drove digital access both with Nokia and Microsoft. And in the early stages of my career, I was a software engineer. My leadership philosophy is something that I've encoded, and I've written a book about it called From the Balcony. You can find it on books.by/Kolawole Osinowo. And it essentially captures the core of my leadership essence, which is codified in an acronym called TRACE: Trust, Reliability, Accountability, Competence, and Execution Excellence. And in translating this, I always take it from the back. So I always start with execution excellence. You must be a leader that can execute on your task always and consistently. And once you're able to do that, it builds your competence, and competence comes with confidence. And once you are confident of your skill set, of your experience, it gives you that ability to take accountability for any project and taking ownership without always asking. It's good to ask for help, but you take ownership whether it succeeds or whether it fails. And once you start becoming accountable from one project to the other, you become reliable. So once you become accountable, people will start entrusting you with more projects, and that's how you become reliable. Nobody second guesses your decisions. And reliability ultimately leads to trust. And for me, that is the highest form of leadership. When you trust people, they become loyal to you, and you also become loyal to them, both horizontally and vertically as well.
Thanks.
So that's my leadership philosophy. Sustained performance means your ability to do small things consistently, not just big things inconsistently. So if you look at the top performers in the world, whether it's in the world of sports or in business, there are people who have mastered a particular skill set and they've continued to excel at it consistently. So I'll give you an example. If you look at Tiger Woods, one of the best golfers of all time, you will see that in practicing the swing of golf, there's a lot that he puts into it, the exercises, the training, and all of that, just to do one swing. If you look at Usain Bolt, the total race that maybe he performed in his entire career was no more than 10 minutes. That gave him the world-class status. But that is 12 years of hard work being put into that to just give that 10 minutes of performance. So for me, sustained performance means doing something very well and consistently. Every organization is a continuum. Even in audit, they will say that organizations must have this, what do they call it now? Continuity of life. And for you to have that continuity of life, you need to have sustained performance. You're only as good as your last project, you're only as good as your last target or your last performance. And nobody looks at that at the end of the day. Oh, you made the market, or you met your target last year. It's great, but are you going to do it again this year, even better? And that's what organizations are meant to be. You continually not just meet your target, exceed it, and you don't do it one-off, you do it consistently. And that's the hallmark of organizations that are sustainable over time. One of the biggest barriers impacting sustained performance would be, in my own opinion, would be driving the culture of excellence. A lot of organizations today will thrive on strategy on paper, strategy in meetings, strategy in retreats, but where the organization would actually excel is when they execute, when the rubber meets the road. So if you don't execute, even if you fail at your execution, you would have learned, you would have done a post-mortem of what to do or what not to do again in future. But if you don't even act like the law of Newton, everybody will remain in a state of rest unless acted upon. So you can't just remain in a state of rest. It's like you put boiling water in a pot. It will continue to boil. It's motion, but it will never lead to momentum. So sustained performance requires execution. And where a lot of organizations miss it is the quality of execution, the excellence in execution, which also boils down to competence of people. And if people are not competent, they cannot take accountability. And when they are not accountable, they are never reliable, and you cannot trust them.